the celebrities kind of got me interested because this Ring camera thing is insane. Like
the Ring camera is getting people caught up. All kind of people, not just the cheaters, but the criminals and kids, everything.
The Uber delivery men,
people. Yeah, like, Ring, come on.
So I was thinking, like, there's gotta be other, and you hear it too. You hear it, like, I feel like everyone, whether it's you personally or someone you know, like a close friend or a family member, has a story of like, I was with this person, and the next thing I know, I find out that they've been cheating on me, whatever, blah, blah. Like, everyone has a story. But then there's ones where you hear, like, have you never been cheated on?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But, like, I mean, most people find out these days by going through the phone, which I do not advise. But that's how most people find out. Like, these stories that I heard, I'm like, what in the hell? Like, this is so dramatic. Why did you have to find out they were cheating? Like, didn't you already know?
So someone asked on Twitter, what's the craziest way that you found out that you were being cheated on? And then, of course, there were many, many Reddit threads on relationships, Ask Reddit, all kinds of threads where people are discussing their stories. So I pulled a few of them out. I thought I could just get your thoughts on them, your reactions, and if not, we can at least have a laugh for these poor people.
A laugh at their pain.
So this person says, the girl I was dating came home pregnant and tried to pretend she got it done at a doctor. I am a woman.
Got it done?
I am a woman and cannot get her pregnant.
She got her hair done.
Yeah, so that was how she figured out that her girlfriend was cheating. This person says his gay best friend described his dick at the dinner table to me in front of everyone during his graduation dinner. He didn't blink or miss a single detail.
Okay, there should have been signs.
Out of that, these are calling it for me.
First of all, wait. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
I got a call at work from my wife who was in tears, begging me not to read a text she had just sent me.
Ooh.
She made me promise to just delete it without reading. I said okay, and then read it. Which, like, obviously...
like, what other option do I have?
You
at
would
this
read
point
it,
now
right? Like,
that
I would
told me not to read it.
You have
dumb
to.
bird.
And he goes, it definitely wasn't meant for me. And then someone says, what was the context? And the guy answered, it turns out she was having a lesbian affair, and the things she described were not things she could do to me. So that would be pretty telling.
Can you imagine you realize you accidentally sent that? You just got to take the L. I wouldn't even...
Well, now you can unsend.
I wouldn't even say nothing.
Now you can unsend.
But back then you couldn't.
But back then you could not.
I would just be gone.
Just evaporate.
I would just be gone by the time they got home and be like, listen, I know it's gone crazy now, so just let me know what you want to do. But I'm gone.
So this
I'm
one...
not dealing with that.
This one should resonate with you.
What?
90s queen.
Okay.
This person says, I was at my ex's house when answering machines were a thing. He stepped out of the room and I heard a clicking noise from the machine. I walked over to it and found that the volume was down. I pushed play and found messages from different women. One of the women talked about being in the hospital giving birth to his child. Needless to say, it was the end of the relationship.
People used to get hung up with those damn answering machines too.
How do you mean?
Like, yeah, people leaving messages.
Oh, yeah. See,
and then you come home and you play the answering machine. Yeah, you don't know anything about this.
No, but I've seen it in movies. And I've always wanted to know. Like,
yeah,
I kind of wish...
It was a thing.
I kind of wish this was still a thing. Like, I kind of wish I could just walk into someone's house and hear, like, a click and then just all their tea be spilled immediately.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. You come home and you're like, play the messages. And I would hit, like, my mom would be like, play the messages, and you would hit play and you would get all the messages. And I mean, people would leave long ass messages. You know what I'm saying? People would be trying to get the tea spilled. Like, if you were a bitter girl and you, like, knew this man was with somebody else, you leave a message on the answering machine.
So yeah, you would leave all the dirt, like
all the dirt. And what you gonna do? You used to have to, like, have a new tape. It wasn't like
I had to think about that.
It wasn't like a SD card. It was literally a tape.
So yeah, and imagine, like, I always imagine being at someone's home and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, don't answer the phone,"
And
then
then that answer machine comes
that's
on,
the one you
baby.
should have answered.
You gotta start turning that answer machine off. Oof.
Those are the days.
Those were the days.
This person says, so now we're moving over to Reddit. So there was an Ask Reddit. That's a forum where you can just ask Reddit, any question. And so the question was the same. What is the craziest way you found out that someone was cheating on you? So this person says, he was drunk at his 21st, and while joking around with his friends, he started listing off all the women he'd slept with in the last year. I was standing right there, and we'd been dating for 2 years.
He was too drunk. She should have just broke up with him for the fact that he be getting too drunk.
Yeah, well...
You don't even know how to handle your liquor. I don't need to be with you.
I can never...
You're telling all your tea.
I can never decide if I'm like... Would you rather be with a cheater that was really good at hiding it?
Yeah.
Or a cheater that's like this dumb? Because on the one hand, at least if they're messy, then you're finding out and now you know and you can be like, you're so dumb. But then on the other hand, I feel like if they're smart about it, at least in your head, you're like,
no, I don't.
At least you were smart about it.
Yeah, like be smart about it or don't do it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one. Like,
but I also don't want people to be that good at this. This is bad.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I've evolved on how I feel about it. Like, I kind of feel like just don't let me find out. First of all, don't be doing it. But don't let me find out. But see, I'm now of the belief that like I don't even need proof.
What do you mean?
If I think you're cheating on me, you cheating on me. That's how at my big age of 44 years old, that's how I am now. I'm not even going through your phone. Like I might if it's like I need some shit for like court or something. Yeah. But like I'm not gonna be worrying myself going through your phone. If I think you're cheating on me, you cheating. And we got a problem.
No, I think I'm not at a big age. Well, I guess I am, but not really. And I kind of feel the same, especially like I think in my younger 20s, I definitely had a moment of like going through a phone.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, like I know it's the worst thing ever, but you're just like I think everyone, man and woman, have been in this situation where like you know in your heart that something is up. You can't like put a pin on it, but you know, and then you're like in my situation, I just had I was doing something else, like I was handed it, and it wasn't like I like stole it. I was handed it, and I was like, and I saw things that I didn't want to see, which happens again, I think to everyone probably multiple times. And it was at that moment that I was like, damn. After having had that experience, now I knew. That's the thing is, I knew in my heart that something was wrong.
You already knew.
I didn't need to do that.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
No. And so now if I were to be dating someone and I just felt like something was off, I'm done.
Because
I'm not doing this anymore.
The thing about it is, going through the phone, you're going to find something.
You always find something.
Even if the person's not doing anything really egregious, you're going to find something that's going to bother you. So going through the phone is irrelevant.
And you also can't be one of those people that's like, always think something's wrong, you know what I mean? Like you gotta have a baseline.
You gotta
for
let
like
people be.
Yeah, like I know we're cool, and then I don't know what it is. Like one person on Reddit, it was just a one sentence thing. He said, what's the craziest way? And he said, she didn't hug me anymore. And he just knew that like something was up.
Yeah.
And it's like little things like that. And I think that's what's hard and what drives people crazy is that like you can't always say, oh, it was this time on this day that you said this specific thing,
I knew.
And your actual intonation clearly meant that you were seeing. No, obviously you don't know, but you have a sense.
Yeah,
you have a sense that something's up.
Yeah, you have a sense that something up, and if it keeps being that way, you don't need any proof for real. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel now. My mind might change, but I think especially don't think it will.
I'm still dating.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of more like. If we're going,
you don't need to take this any further if you're having those feelings this early.
If I don't trust you now, to the point where I'm thinking that this is going if I even have the thought like, I wonder what's on your phone, then we're just going to be done.
Yeah.
Because clearly I can't
You got to be able to trust somebody to move forward at your age. And like, you can't be questioning nothing.